From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, the show has an NL East matchup. It's the New York Mets taking on the Miami Marlins. Today's focus is on a bullpen that's been tremendous recently. From the setup arms to the closers, this group literally changes outcomes of games, Singy.
It's been incredible to watch, Boog. And once the starters hand over the ball, it's been practically game over for the opposition. That bullpen will likely play a major role in this one today, too.
First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away. And on the mound in this one, Connor Gillespie.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
For the Mets, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
That one not close. And we're off and rolling in Miami.
First pitch, 640.
That's off the inside corner. And now 2-0. Right through there for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
That's a little bit low. Ripped on a line. Conine makes the grab, one away. Here's a Mets lineup now. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
To the right side, Sanoha. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Pete Alonso. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball, to slug, is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
Two outs, bases empty. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
So 2 down. Here's Brandon Nimmo. There's a strike. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second, 2 on and 2 out.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Lined, and that's a base hit. The throw in, but it's offline, and it's 1-0.
He was all over that one. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
First and second, 2 outs. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Ball 1, no strikes.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Two outs.
2 balls.
In the dirt. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with 2 away. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Nimmo, the runner at third. Vientos at second with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets 1, and the Marlins coming up. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And getting the call here, Griffin Canning. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. Canning, a former Gold Glove winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
That's ball 2.
Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. That one inside.
Ball 3.
And now 3 balls and a strike. Next offering is fouled back.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. That one in 95, missed up top, ball 1. And there's the strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Taylor sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down.
Batting third, the shortstop.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. Just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Down the left field line, should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. Plays the plate, and they cut him down.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You can't try to score from first base with less than 2 outs unless you can pretty much walk across the ditch. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo makes the catch. That is the inning. Marlins leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Jesse Winker. Winker hitting 7th in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Gillespie back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that misses. Ball one. Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Ball 2.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2-2 the count.
That one just misses. Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Jeff McNeil stands in. And that's in for a strike. Right side. Sanoha. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting up, the center fielder, Tyrone.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Oh, that one rides up and in.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. Down in order go the Mets, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom of the second, and now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting six, the catcher, Nick Fortes.
And up next for Miami, Nick Fortes. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Hit in the air, left field. Nimmo makes the play. 2 away now.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Derek Hill now at the plate. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Check swing called strike. That's strike one.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-2. Foul tip, and he hangs on for strike 3. And the Marlins down quietly. They trail here 1-0. On to the third inning. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida and delivers outside. Right through there for a strike. And downstairs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Nice grab on the run. 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Soto batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
0-1's the count.
1 out, bases empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hill pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete.
2 down, bases empty. And now Pete Alonso singled and scored his first time. Base knock center field. And that extends the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So, man aboard, Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Alonso off of first with 2 away. Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one lifted to left. Conine sizing this one up. And that is that. Mets strand one, but they lead it 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third, and now Jonah Bride. First pitch just misses. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Good job to fight that one off. 1-2 now. That one missed. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And here is Dane Myers. In there at the knees, 0-1.
0-1.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
So the lineup flips over, and at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. And that's in for a strike. The 0-1. Ripped to short. Toss to Alonso. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 1 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Mark Vientos. On the ground to third, Pauley. In plenty of time to first, and one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. And that's outside. That misses. 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Hey! Full count.
him looking. That's a strikeout. And now it's going to be Jesse Winker. His first at bat was a strikeout. Chop back up the middle. Whips it to first. And Winker is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Mets 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, stepping in, Javier Sanoja. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Not close with that one. Now 1-2. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Edwards in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Headed down the line. And no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. The Marlins down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Check swing, called strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. And it remains 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. Just missed. Next offering upstairs. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. And he grounds one to the right side. McNeil gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing across here this half. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mets 1 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Gillespie back to work. In the air out towards right center. Myers on his way over. And out number 1 on the grab. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, Edwards. 2 down.
Out.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 2 in this one. Lindor, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 31 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Adios, pelota. So he blasts one out the other way. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here, and you've got to love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Here's Juan Soto. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one the other way. And that is that. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Mets baseball on the show NYC. Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
A big swing and a miss.
You know, these Marlins, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Nick Fortes getting ready to hit. Fly to left his first time. And a breaking ball misses outside. Next offering is fouled back. Swings through that one for strike 2. The Mets up by 2. Last half of inning number 5. Curve in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Here's a high chopper. Toss to Alonso. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Now a chance for Derek Hill. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. That one hit the knees for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That one outside. And that's ball one. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Marlins.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
2 outs, runner at first. And here's the first baseman, Jonah Bride. That's in there. 0-1.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Hill off of first with 2 away. This one smoked out to left. Nimmo snags it, and that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. All set for the top of the 6th. Stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Connor Gillespie won't go any further tonight. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. New arm out of the bullpen, late backer.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. He is singled and he is flied to left. Tap foul at the plate. Runner at first with no outs here. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
First and second, no outs. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can get there. Alonso is way home. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. And it's 4-0.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Right side, Myers. Under it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and it comes in too late. He's up to third on the flyout with 1 away.
The batter, number 3. Designated hitter, Jesse.
So up next for New York, Jesse Winker.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly, soft ground ball to the right side, find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out.
Vientos stands at third with one gone in the inning. Right through there for a strike. That one missed. Fouls one off. 2-2. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. One away with a runner at third. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0.
That's a good job right there.
Yeah.
You got 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
Man at first with one gone. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Outside. And it's 1-0. Man at first, one away. There's a strike. Now before the 1-1, time is called. That's to third, Pauly. To second, there's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 5 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Dane Myers. Just missed. And that one fouled off. Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. It appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit, according to the electronic strike zone. But that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your at-bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
And here is Graham Pauly. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
In the air to left, down the line. And there's 2 away.
Now back, second baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Javier Sinoja. First pitch, and he just misses.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 outs. And there's a foul ball. Next offering upstairs. Foul ball. Hard hit, right side. Throws to first in time, and that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 5 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jesus Tinoco.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Hot shot to third. Sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. He's already homered here in this one.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
First pitch, not close. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ronnie Enriquez getting ready to go. Fauché, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. The 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Soto, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt, and it's 2-1. And that one hammered. That's back. Adios, pelota. He sends it out of here. 3rd home run of the season, and they add a run. It's 6-0.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Inside, just missed. Two down, nobody on. That's inside. And it's 2-0. And another ball.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, we've been in all the press boxes. You got best press box food.
I'd say press box food because of the ice cream. We have to go Philadelphia. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Frank.
Yes. New York for me is pretty good. Yankees?
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Tosses to first, 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, left fielder,
Griffin Conant digs in now.
As far as ballpark food, one of my favorite places is San Francisco.
Garlic fries, yo.
Garlic fries, and you got the lobster roll out there in the outfield if you want to make the walk all the way out there.
It's great, though, broadcasting a game with that zoo breath where you could just, absolutely levitate some people with your breath. And it goes just foul.
But we got the crab fries in Philadelphia, is that right?
Yep. And then
it's been a long time for me.
Boog's Barbecue at Oriole Park.
I knew you'd go there.
That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, you can work in your name, huh?
That's right. Fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
2 down, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Eric Wagaman. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan. They're taking too many mistake pitches for called strikes.
2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo. And the inning is over. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Calvin Fauché.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Nimmo leading things off and takes a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Miami's bullpen with some action. Ronnie Enriquez getting loose out there. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first, in time to get him. 1 away and a strikeout.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Vientos in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fauché, 29 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a base hit.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Francisco Alvarez will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one fouled off. And it's 1-1.
Outside.
Vientos stands at first with one out. Drilled out towards left center field, raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So man aboard. Now at the plate, Jesse Winker. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That misses the zone. 2-0.
2-0.
Two outs. Just missed.
I got 3-0.
There's a strike. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's off the outside edge. And that is ball 1. And that's in there at the knees. Hit hard on the ground is short. That's out number 3. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it though 6-0. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the catcher comes up to him. Nick Fortes. Canning back to work. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Derek Hill, the next up for the Marlins.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much. I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
Stays alive. Nobody out. Runner at first. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
That one ripped left field. Back there. And that ball is out of here. His first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 6-2. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Jonah Bride, the next to hit. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Huascar Brazoban. He's into the game with the bases empty. First pitch swinging.
0-1's the count.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike two.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And a good eye there. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. And up next for Miami, Dane Myers, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And it's fouled away. There's the strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Lifted in the air, right center field. Soto gets under it. And there's two down.
now batting, third baseman, Graham.
2 outs, base is empty. Graham Pauley now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's in there, and it's 1-2. And that one missing low. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a ground ball. Sneaks through, base hit.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Sanoha now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
In the dirt, blocked. Pauley leads off first with 2 down to the inning. On the ground. McNeil tosses to first, and that is that. So it may be too little, too late, but they're on the board here in the late going. It's now 6-2. Back after this on the show. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ronnie Enriquez. This is his third time out this year. Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit. Swung on, belted. Going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Up the middle. To first, and he beats it.
If he would have had just a little quicker release going up the middle, he's maybe able to get that out right there. And that's the kind of play that defines the best shortstops between just the average ones.
So a man at first. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. Lindor on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw, safe. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And now he'll ask for time and step out of the box. Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. On the ground to third. Slings to first, and that takes care of Alonso. And that's the third out. So one hit is all they get. Hard of the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 6 and the Marlins 2. Back here in Miami, bottom 9, and at the plate for Miami, Xavier Edwards. And the first offering is not close. And that one hit to first. He steps on the bag. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
Now batting, the left fielder, Griffin.
He's 2 outs away. Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. And downstairs.
Counts 1-0.
The Mets leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. A little bit
No,
low.
that's low.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Makes a sliding stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. The Fish down to their final strike. Ball one there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
One and two here. Got him, and that's the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets taking on the Miami Marlins. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway, and pitching in this game, Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Little chopper rolls foul. This ball's chopped on the ground. Gets it to first.
That's an out.
And the first out of the game is an easy one. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Juan Soto stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 1 out, bases empty. Oh, look at the stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Two down, bases empty. The batter now, Pete Alonso. Right through there for a strike. Two outs, bases empty. And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Mets. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, towing the slab in today's game. Tyler McGill.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
What a stop to first, and they get the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Singy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Jonah Bride stands in now and watches strike 1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Just missed. Back to the mound. It hit him. Not in time. He legs it out. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
One gone, runner at first. And the batter will be the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. That one catches the zone. Strike one. Hit on the ground, might be two. There's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. End of one, and we're still scoreless. And we're back. Top of the second, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
That one ripped. That's back. And that's a home run into the upper deck. Into the second deck it goes. His first homer of the year, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And delivers outside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
And strike two.
That was straight queso right there.
Center field. Hill moving under this one. Calls it in, and there's one away. Here's Jesse Winker. Winker, a former All-Star, 31 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. That clips the corner. That one ripped left field. That's back there. And there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 4 in the win last night. That's in there. Strike one.
No balls. One strike.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Popped up. Lopez makes the catch, and that'll do it. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is Mets Baseball on the show, NYC. Back here at Lone Depot Park, here's the center fielder, Derek Hill. Hill matched a homer in his last game. McGill back to work. This one in the air right field. Soto sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And there's one down.
That is it. The first baseman,
Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Just missed. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
So up next, Eric Wagaman. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Right through there for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-2.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They're down 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Jeff McNeil.
That's in there.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground right side. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And that one wrapped foul. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Out to short, Edwards. On to first.
That's an out.
First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Francisco.
Here's Francisco Lindor. Grounded out his first time. In there at the knees for a strike.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
1-1.
That missed by a lot. And 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. Juan Soto waiting to hit for the Mets. 2 outs. That smash towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Mets go down quickly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. Right through there for a strike. That one down the line, and foul ball. That's off the mark. Now 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into left field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Stowers. And that's outside. Fortes aboard here at first with nobody out. And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
And another ball. There's a strike.
3-1.
Got him! And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Dane Myers at the plate now, and that's inside. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Right down to shoot. 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And it stays fair. Around from second is the tying run.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Jonah Bride digs in now. Tied up here in the early going. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. On the run, throw to first.
He's out.
And very nicely done for the out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even at 1 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Miami, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Juan Soto. First offering, and it just misses.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Just misses. And it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. To the right side, Lopez. To first, out. So they get the out after a long battle at the plate.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Here's Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time up. In the air to left center. Hill under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Here's Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered here in this one. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're midway in the 4th. All tied 1-1. And we're back. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xavier Edwards. In the air, left side. Nimmo makes the play, and there's 1 down.
Woo, He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Derek Hill. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Alonso makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Mervis in the box now as he leaves that one up high. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Swing and a miss at a slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And that skips into dirt.
Full count.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. Gone. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So now here's the DH, Eric Wagaman. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. And that is out of play. Ground ball to the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now here is Nick Fortes. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Taylor puts it away, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Marlins on the solo shot. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Alcantara back to work. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, these Mets, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Time call foul. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. Swings and misses. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Jesse Winker up now for the Mets. Fly to left his first time. That catches the top part of the zone, and that is strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The Mets trailing by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 2-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now Kyle Stowers. Popped up. Alonso. Hauls it in for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Myers measures 6 feet even, 205 pounds, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2017. One down, base is empty. Tapped softly on the ground. The throw to first. He's out. And a couple of quick outs.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. That's inside. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Soto gets under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Offense held in check there. We're through 5. It's the Marlins 2 and the Mets 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Jeff McNeil stands in.
McNeil.
And the pitch is outside, ball one. And another ball.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Just missed.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Tyrone Taylor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
No outs, runner at first. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one down. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Time called. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Back here in Miami, bottom of the 6th inning. And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. That one misses in the dirt. And that drops in for a strike. McGill ready to fire now. Out to short. Lindor on to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Xavier Edwards, the next to hit. Fastball for a strike. That's too low. 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is downstairs. It's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Fastball is outside. In the air, left field. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Derek Hill. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that ends the inning. Top of inning number 7, and now it's Juan Soto. That one's in there. That's strike one. Activity in the bullpen. Anthony Veneziano up and loosening in the pen. Fauché getting loose as well.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And that one is downstairs. 1-2 to count.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. On the ground to first. Down the line, and it's foul.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit. Just not able to square it up.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
On the ground, right side. Lopez. In plenty of time to first. That's the first out in the top of the seventh.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Now it's going to be Pete Alonso. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. A solo shot. His second of the year. It's 2-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Right through there for a strike. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
That missed by a lot. And it's 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one in the air. Lopez. 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So 2 down now, and here is Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that's off the inside edge, and it's 1-1. And that one is inside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. A Pete Alonso blast for the Mets. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And at the plate for Miami, Matt Mervis. He's already homered in this game. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Marlins, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for him out.
Eric Wagaman, the next up for the Marlins. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Reed Garrett.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
There's the strike. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
That's back-to-back singles for him.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
That's out to center field. Taylor sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. Throw cut off, down to the plate. Not in time. He beat it, and they got the lead.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Taylor makes the grab. 2 away. Dane Myers now at the plate. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Soto makes the catch, and that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Marlins 3 and the Mets 2. Anthony Veneziano into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game, and now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
outside.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And that misses. And that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
2-1.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. Got him swinging.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. And that one becomes property of the beast. His first homer of the year, and we are all tied up. It's 3-3. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And now Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. 0-1. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. Outside low. And the count even 1-1.
1 strike.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Veneziano, 27 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. That one finds the zone. Now 2-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Garrett back to work. Lifted in the air down the left side. He's got it, and there's one away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Bride in the box now. Takes strike one. There's a strike at the knees.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
McNeil gets it to first. And now 2 gone.
The batter, number 9. Shortstop, Xavier.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one. There's a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Derek Hill. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Max Kranick gets the call from the pen. This is his first appearance of the season. That one's in there, and that's strike one. Fouled off down the right side. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first.
Ball 1.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. Goes down looking. One left for Miami, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. So digging in, Francisco Lindor. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-0's the count.
There's the strike, and the count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball popped up. Lopez brings it in. 1 away. Juan Soto now. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Just missed. All tied up here at the top of the 9th. Next offering is downstairs. Just missed.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Pete Alonso in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ball 4, he walked him, and that'll keep the line moving.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Substitution being made at first. Mets going with a pinch runner. Jose Siri. Go ahead run on base. And next for the Mets, Pete Alonso. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one is inside ball 1. And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here in a crucial spot.
Ball 2.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Fought off foul.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
3-2. Outside ball 4. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Anthony Veneziano won't go any further, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Anthony Bender.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Two on, 1 out. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Ground ball could be 2. Here's Edwards for 1. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, Inning over. Mets lead 1. Score remains tied at 3. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis.
The first baseman, Matt Mervis.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1. Inside, just missed. And a curve is down and in.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
No outs, runner at first. Now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. And that's outside. 1-0.
No.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And that one's a little bit low. 3-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Winning run on base at first. No outs. Check swing, and he went. And it's 3-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The catcher number 4, Nick Fortes.
And now for the Marlins, Nick Fortes. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And now a man into scoring position. One away. The winning run at second. That one found hard the other way. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And now the right fielder, Kyle Stowers. In the air, out towards left center. Nimmo has it sized up. Squeezes it, and that is the inning. Marlins leave 1. Still tied 3-3. So digging in, Mark Vientos. Man at second, nobody out, and Chris Certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging. Strike three. Got him swinging. One gone here.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
And stepping in for New York, Jesse Winker. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Strike one.
No balls. 1 strike.
With the go-ahead run standing at second, and here in extra innings. That one missed. And a count 1-2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. 2 down, go-ahead run in scoring position. And before the 0-1, he asks for time. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Dane Myers getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
1-0.
Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. Here comes the throw. In comes the winning run. And the Marlins walk it off in extra innings.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
And the final score here, 4-3. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.